add an S, then even sucks becomes sucks ass.
That's actually a great line.
Yeah.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. This week, like every week,
Yep.
we are going to imbibe some drinks of the alcoholic persuasion and talk about the news. I had a thing.
good
Didn't I have a
God.
thing? And I couldn't remember
It's something
it
about booze and news.
Booze and news,
Yeah.
yeah. Imbibe some booze and read some news.
I mean, we're not going to do any of that stuff if you don't get through this intro.
God damn it, we're here. You know what we need? We need a little hot tamale. Yeah, we need a little Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
You got all of them.
Kick us off.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
What's up?
Tom seems like he's in a particularly happy mood today.
Yeah, you seem very
I
happy.
haven't had to shave in a while, and I hate shaving. I'm very happy.
That is the best. That is the lowest bar for happiness.
Tom is a man of simple pleasures.
Yes, I'm easy to please.
That's amazing.
How has everybody been?
Good. So I sent out last week's podcast to Did you almost drop your beer on the computer?
Yes.
Shit.
Keep going.
That would have been bad
Forget
news.
it. This is why it's great. This is audio only.
Yeah.
Did you say that would have been great news?
No. Did I
don't
say
know.
that?
So go ahead.
Did I
So
say
you
that would have
sent
been
out
great
an
news?
email. You sent out an email.
I sent last week's leaks. Oh my God, this is starting off awful.
It might be the pamplemousse and whiskey that
I know
you're
I'm drinking whiskey and grapefruit flavored sparkling
It's
water.
called
I don't know.
pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse. I sent last week's podcast to my entire family,
Yeah.
so I didn't have to retell the
that's
story
amazing.
a
That's so
million
smart.
times. Which was awesome, but it also meant a lot of people in my family listened to the podcast for the first time.
Oh, amazing. They were like, let's go back.
But little personal information about myself. I'm sure I've talked about this before, but I go to a therapist every once in a while.
Okay.
I believe that everyone should go to a therapist.
I totally agree.
Right. It's just important to have someone who you can talk to who is unbiased in your life in any
Brag
way.
to my therapist about all my sex stories. That's the only reason I go to a
Wow.
therapist. Listen to
And
what
they're
I
like, oh, God, here comes sex story Tom Krajewski.
So I saw my therapist this week for the first time in a while because I haven't been in town and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So I told her the whole phone napping
Yeah,
story.
interesting.
Right. I tell her the entire story, including Hot Cop and all of that.
Yeah.
Her biggest concern about the whole story I tell her is that I said when I got to Hot Cop, I was like, I mean, this guy was like the Jake Gyllenhaal of cops.
Okay.
And she goes, you think Jake Gyllenhaal's attractive? Like, that was her biggest concern, was the fact that I think Jake Gyllenhaal is hot, and she thinks I'm crazy for it.
Wait, what?
That my instinct was to chase a lunatic down train tracks or any of that shit. The fact that I find Jake Gyllenhaal attractive is her biggest concern about me.
But I feel like he's universally attractive. It's not like
She's
Seth Rogen or somebody that you're like, well, you could go either way.
She's like, he has a giant head. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why is this the conversation that we're having right now?
I mean, I think, most successful celebrities have giant heads. I think that's part of the
it's something
thing.
that makes them look better
Except
on
for
camera.
Gary Sinise.
Oh.
Except for Gary Sinise.
Do you have a personal story about Gary Sinise out in a
My
tiny head?
dad met him and was like, I was very surprised because I felt like and he was like, he had a really small head. And I was like, that is interesting because most actors, like especially
Have big
successful
heads.
actors,
Yeah.
male and female,
Yeah.
have giant noggins. 'Cause
Yeah.
they look, I don't know, maybe
it looks
the
better
camera
on
looks
camera.
better.
It actually does.
Be a big star then. My head's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Yes.
Head and arms. You should
Tom,
be in.
you know why you'll never be a big star? Because you sit 3 feet away from the microphone.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
yeah, that's true. You keep
Yeah.
avoiding the spotlight. That's the major
I
issue.
don't like people's
I will say that I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Never been like a huge oh my God, I got to see everything he does. But I
Right.
like him. But I saw him on a plane,
Oh.
and I was like, oh wow, he's like, I think he's more attractive in person.
Yeah.
Which is really
Well, because in
weird.
person he's not playing the crazy roles he plays on camera.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He's just
Yeah.
a dude who's like yoked
Yeah.
and sitting in first class.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, that guy's
Hey,
attractive.
what's up?
I also saw the most awkward exchange between Garrett Hedlund, or however you pronounce
Oh
his
yeah,
name.
Garrett Hedlund. I think.
Hedlund and
He's the one who looks just like him.
no. And the director Edgar Wright. Oh, it was amazing. So I'm sitting in an airplane, and I noticed that Edgar Wright is sitting is like in the airplane. I'm like, oh my God, that's so fucking crazy. Like Edgar Wright's on this plane. Like I'm such a huge fan, blah, 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 blah. And then I noticed, and I was probably coming home from South by Southwest or something where it was like people were
Would be on the
traveling.
same flight,
because that's where I saw Jake Gyllenhaal was a flight from Austin to LA after South by. And then all of a sudden, like halfway through the flight, I realized, oh my God, Garrett Hedlund's also on this flight.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest thing. And then I was like, I wonder if they know each other. Like they're both top tier
like,
actor
you're both
director.
famous-y
Like
people.
Yeah, like you must know each other
Right.
from some sort of like secret society dinner that you all go to every Saturday night that I can't
we're
wait
not
to get invited to.
Celebrity Sundays.
Yeah, Celebrity Sundays at CAA.
Oh my gosh, that's
probably
that actually
a thing.
sounds like
that
a thing.
Does sound like a thing. And so we're getting off the plane, like everybody's standing up and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, maybe I'll go say something to Edgar Wright. Just be like, look, I'm a big fan, love your work, blah, blah, blah. And then Edgar Wright, like, makes a move to sort of like tap
Garrett
Hedlund on the shoulder to be like, hey, we're both... I'm the director guy.
Right.
You're the actor guy.
But we're famous people and we should talk to each other.
And it was really clear that Garrett Hedlund had no
idea.
interest.
Really?
Not only no idea, just sort of like, at first he thought it was like just some fan. It was just the weirdest exchange. And then I really wanted to go up and be like, dude.
I'll save your dignity.
Yeah, like, bro, you're one of my heroes. I don't know what that guy's smoking. But it was just like this weird, awkward, like, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. No, I'm the guy. I did stuff. No? Okay. Yeah. And then it was just the weirdest.
Who's the guy who's the lead of Sons of Anarchy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from, I have no idea his name,
Pacific
but he's
Rim
the
guy.
one, Pacific Rim, yeah.
But he's the one I always confuse with Garrett Hedlund.
Yeah.
I always
I get
flip
that.
their names.
Yeah, I get that.
Because they look so identical to me.
It's not Rob something, is it?
No. You know what? I'm just going to look it up on my phone because that's a thing we can do.
Yeah, we live in the
Yeah.
future where your phone tells you everything
I know.
that you're an
It's
idiot to
amazing.
remember. I mean, that's literally what my phone is for.
I'm also just excited that I have a phone. Let me tell you, going 5
That's a
days.
very nice phone.
Going 5 days without a phone makes you very happy when you can have a phone.
Yes.
Yes. You know what else I did this week, by the way?
Ooh, BT Dubs.
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam.
Garrett Hedlund and Charlie Hunnam. I always confuse those two.
Those names weirdly are totally dissimilar, but feel like they sound exactly the same.
Also,
you know what I mean? Like they're not close at all,
Yeah.
but I'm like, those are the same person.
By the way, would still make out with both of them. I don't care which one.
Totally.
I don't
I
care.
totally agree.
Right?
Tom's
They
in
are some
agreement.
handsome men.
Look at that hat.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
So earlier this week, I got to go to Hologram USA.
Oh my God, I saw you and Tupac dancing.
Yeah, I totally
What
had a
the
dance
hell?
off with Tupac.
I didn't see
Yeah. Well, you should follow me on Instagram, Tom.
Everybody
Sorry.
should. At
I know.
Alison Haislip.
Yeah, thank you. A buddy of mine didn't just start, has been working there, and he's like, you have to come in one day and I'll show you the holograms. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. So I go in. It's like got this little storefront in Beverly Hills. And you walk in, and it's basically just a theater, like a gorgeous theater that you get to sit in, and they show you all the hologram stuff that they can do, and it's incredible.
That's so
It's
cool.
so, you know, the Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that on the show. But like when something is so close to being real, but it's just off a little, so
Yeah.
it makes you feel oogie.
Yep.
This doesn't give you that feeling.
Because it's actually just a representation of
Yes.
a physical person, right?
Yeah, but it's
almost like going to Madame Tussauds or
yes.
something
Well,
like
Madame
that.
Tussauds, I feel like has the Uncanny Valley because there's no
Where,
life.
like, if the eye
them?
is like
Yeah.
just a little bit crossed, they may not pick up on it, but when you walk in, you're like
"Well,
that guy's got a lazy eye.
Yeah.
Somebody kicked the Queen of England in the head.
But it was so
As a
neat,
child.
and I got to go up on stage and have a little dance off with Tupac and all that kind of
That's
thing.
very cool.
Yeah, it was just fascinating, the technology behind it, and I was like, so how does this work? Honestly, now that I'm saying this, I don't know if I'm allowed to say how it works.
Did they say
but-
like patent pending?
Well, no.
Lasers, patent pending.
Everything they have the patents for.
Yeah.
But it's something that I'm hoping. You know what it did? It reminded me of. We've been talking a lot about VR.
Yes.
Which we have to get an update on your VR.
Yes, because I'm back to VR,
Okay.
but it's not the best.
Okay, hold on. So VR to me, and I've said this before, it feels a little gimmicky, but I think now it's starting to feel like it's an actual form of entertainment.
Right.
When you talk about holograms, you really only think about Tupac being at Coachella.
Right.
And like when they did that, they like beamed people in for like the elections 4 years ago or something. It feels gimmicky. Right. But my friend showed me a way that it feels like this should be an actual form of entertainment. He was telling me that Jack Black couldn't make a press junket overseas because he had to be here in LA to film something.
Yeah.
So he went to the studio in Beverly Hills and they beamed his hologram overseas, and he did a proper press junket just as a hologram.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Jack Black still does movies?
Oh my gosh, good time.
Sorry, Jack Black. I love you.
But there's virtually no lag time, which is why that can work. And I was like, knowing that,
everything could be everything.
And the ideas that they have for like shows and things like that, it's really pretty incredible. So I just want to put it on people's radar to be like, you know what? Look out for some more holograms.
Yeah.
BattleBots holograms.
That wouldn't be nearly as cool, though.
But it could be cool. They could project you.
Make sure you
they
keep
could
working.
project you into the middle of the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you could literally be like, "Oh my god, that was amazing! Look, I'm pointing at the robot."
Yeah, that's true.
And then it goes through my legs because I'm not there. Holograms. So my VR.
Yeah, let's talk about your VR.
Yeah. So
are you up and running?
I'm up and running.
Okay.
In the jankiest way possible.
Oh man.
There's zip ties.
So the company is like, sorry, you're fucked.
And no. So I finally got a person who said, "We're sorry you're fucked.
Yeah.
But we are also in the process of trying to unfuck you.
Yeah. Okay.
But we just don't know when that's going to happen." So the bottom line is that
They're working
out
on
of
it.
cables because it's like they can't make them fast enough to give them to the people that have paid for the whole head unit. So it's not like they have extra cables.
So where did your cable go?
My cable went into the ether. I mean, my cable went into RMA world.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I ended up doing was I found the right like a long HDMI cable that would work. I found a long USB extension cable that will work. And then the biggest problem I had was I basically had to replace the stock AC adapter for the head unit and then also get an extension cable for the power plug.
Oh, wow.
Because there's basically 4 things that come out of the headset.
Jesus.
There's an HDMI cable, there's a USB cable, there's a power cord, and then there's an audio
And
dongle.
you sent that entire thing to them?
It's one thing. And by the way, I didn't know you could take it off.
Right.
So that was the big thing was I was like, this doesn't look like something because the way they have it sort of enclosed, it just comes out of the back of it like it's part of the head unit.
It felt like,
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not fucking pulling that thing out. I'll fuck up the head unit, you know what I mean? But anyway, so I do have the headset, but I also bought, and I feel like you guys, at some point we should do a new trip.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to get this thing called Tilt Brush, which Google makes, and you're supposed to get it for free when you buy the Vive. But because I bought my buddy's extra Vive, they only sent him codes once because they accidentally charged him twice for the head units. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was sort of like it was the same order, you know?
Right.
But so I finally broke down and bought it. It was like $30 because I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to, because it's all art stuff. And I was like, I just don't know if I'm going to do art stuff. But then everybody on the Reddit forums were like, people lose their shit
What
when
is
you
it
put
called
them in
again?
Tilt Brush.
Tilt
so
Brush.
the whole concept is you're literally just standing in this open space.
Okay.
And you have a brush.
Okay.
And you have a palette.
Okay.
And on the palette, you can change brushes, but the brushes are like paper or duct tape or fire or rainbows or like sky or like smoke. And so you can change the color of everything. So you can literally and you paint in 3-dimensional space.
Oh.
And
awesome.
even me as not an artist,
Right.
you start to go, oh my God, like this is crazy. Like I had this green or this yellow, like thick, like oil paint thing. And so I'm sitting there and I just put a stripe down like my left and I go, oh my God, this is like being inside Ripley's, like
Believe
the
it or
loader. The loader from Aliens at the end of Aliens. And so I made another yellow stripe, and then I made a console, and then I made an arm, and I started
Like the
being,
mech suit.
Yeah, and then I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I feel like I'm sitting inside the mech suit. And it's crazy. And then the other thing is there's a gallery of other people's tilt brush. So you can walk around in other people's.
that's
and it's
cool.
3D, so you can move around. But they also have things like they say that it's going to change how fashion designers work.
Right.
Because they actually have a dress form.
Oh.
So you can put a dress form and then
But
you
you
can
can do it
add
in 3D,
layers.
yeah.
And you can add it and see exactly what the thing would look like when you're done. So it's not just a hand sketch.
Yeah.
It's like I want this to flow out this way and that way, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was super, super cool. So our buddy Skya came by, and I was like, I'll take you out to dinner, and then we'll put you in VR. And he was like, but the crazy thing was, he was like, can I play, like, is there a lightsaber game? And I go, one just came out yesterday, and I hadn't bought it yet. I will buy it right now. And it was the most amazing thing.
He just threw out random requests for games.
And I was like, yes, I will do that.
Yep.
It's literally just this hallway.
Yeah.
And it's that training ball thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you just select the skill level, and the training ball thing goes down the hallway, and you have 2 lightsabers.
Ooh, nice.
And it just starts shooting lasers at you, and you have to block the lasers back at it.
Yes.
It was so much fun.
That's
and it's
cool.
like $4 or $5. I was like, dude, that was so worth it.
Dude,
It was super fun.
awesome.
So I am back in the virtual space.
Great.
But the cable is now like way heavier.
Oh.
So the head and it sort of doesn't close. So it's just way jankier.
Yeah.
It still works, and
Right.
like our buddy Skya was like in it for an hour and a half. Who just kept
Didn't
saying
mind,
more,
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
And he was even like, "Is there something where I can just shoot fucking zombies?" And I was like, "Yes."
Of course
Nobody's
there
ever
is.
wanted to play it. It's
Oh.
called the Brookhaven Experiment.
Oh.
And it's this crazy thing where you're literally just standing in a field, like next to a camping site. And you have a handgun and a
No.
flashlight, and then you just hear
Oh,
zombies
fuck.
coming
That would
at
give
you.
me so much anxiety.
By the end, like, there wasn't even the end. He basically shot a couple of zombies. He's like, "Oh, okay, and he was like, "Ooh, okay, ooh," and then he goes, "Yeah, this is scary as shit. I don't want to do this anymore." And I was like, "Yes,
No.
why would you want to do that?"
Right. I don't know.
And then he did, yeah. So it was super fun. So I'm back.
Yeah.
And I'm now starting to develop some stuff. So
For VR?
For VR, yeah.
Ghostbusters.
I know. Ghostbusters is not a bad idea.
This-
Oh, it's a great idea.
All right.
It's a
not
great.
a bad idea.
I'm gonna tuck
It's
it in.
a great idea.
But we'll call it like ghost attackers or
Yeah.
ghost fighters.
Ghost stoppers.
Ghost fighters.
Ghost fighters.
Ghost stoppers.
Non-IP infringing ghost stoppers.
Ghost trappers.
Ooh, ghost trappers.
That
Yeah.
was a Bill Bob Hope movie, Ghost Trap.
Was it? Should we do some stories this week?
We should do some stories this week, people.
Oh wait, we should do some emails first.
And we have some emails.
emails. We have so much going on.
Oh
my gosh.
All right, so this is fun. We got a lot of emails about your adventure.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh wow. I
so
should
this
go
is
in and
called
read them.
Allison's Adventure.
Alison's adventure.
This is from Tom. Greetings,
Hi, Tom.
Yakko, Wacko, and Dot.
Oh,
Yakko, Wacko,
Animaniacs.
and Dot. That's kind
We
of
are
that's kind
Yakko,
of us. I
Wacko,
know.
and
I didn't even
Dot.
think about it. We are the
Alex is Yakko, you're
Animaniacs.
Wacko, and I'm Dot.
Very nice.
Although to be fair, with our personalities, Alex is probably Yakko. I'm probably Wacko, and you're probably Dot.
I do look good in a skirt.
there you go. And you like polka dots.
Yeah.
Does this event mean that Allison's next project is going to be ... She has a particular set of skills.
Yes.
And isn't afraid to use them. She won't stop until she gets what you stole from her, or she falls down.
Or she falls.
It's taken for that's my damn phone.
Yeah.
I love that.
I did actually in the email that I sent my family to let them know I was okay. I did compare myself to Liam Neeson.
Yeah. We got another one that said it was to Allison Bourne
Oh yes.
and somebody else. I couldn't remember that. Oh, so this is interesting.
Yeah.
So we talked about that hot cop
Yeah.
wanted you to tell them that it was a robber.
Oh yeah, not a thief. Yeah.
So we actually had a cop write in.
Oh.
So the subject is thief versus robber.
Okay. Who is
And this is from Andrew.
Andrew. I like this.
So he says, "Hey, Allison, Alex, and Tom. Just listen to Alex's epic phone theft story.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, it was awesome, and I'm glad Allison's all right for the most part."
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
I am. Well, I have a busted
oh,
finger.
yeah.
For
That
the
makes
most
sense.
part,
Yeah.
I am all right.
Right, for the most part.
Not that
you are
he's
all right.
for the most part glad I'm all right.
That's
yeah.
what I thought. And I was like, that seems very passive aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you're all right for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other parts where I'm like, she could have died. But now I get it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So in the story, Hot Cop wanted to say the suspect pushed Allison.
Yeah.
Because that constitutes a robbery. For a person to commit robbery, they need to take something with using force or threatened force against a person.
Oh.
Just
to
ripping
commit
a phone from her arm is
Right,
not
But
to
that does
commit-
still feel threatening.
Yeah, but
exactly.
you could see where he was like, but if he pushes you, that's definitely a robbery.
Yeah.
To commit theft is just stealing something from someone.
Yeah. So, like, if my iPad had been stolen in that first instance, that would have been theft.
Totally a theft.
Got
Right.
it.
But then he said,
Oh.
while on the topic, a burglar
Okay.
goes somewhere they shouldn't be and steals something, which I think was pretty cool. Thanks for all the laughs.
Yeah.
Officer Butters.
Thanks, officer.
Yes, that's my real name, and I am actually a cop.
He's
love it.
adorable.
He's Officer Butters.
Officer
I
Butters.
hope that Officer Butters goes and does like the middle school visits, and it's like,
Yeah.
you could be a cop. Here's Officer Butters, and all the kids are like, yay!
Yay!
Officer Butters.
Where's the butter? And that's not why. Anyway,
Wouldn't it be ironic if he was allergic to butter?
that would be ironic.
Ironic and sad because butter is great.
That would be, that would be really sad. By the way, I just saw on the show somebody making the most amazing looking pasta, and I was like, why do I not make pasta like that? There was no red sauce, so you just make the pasta. I don't
Yeah.
know where this, because it becomes Butters. You make the pasta,
Okay.
and then you just take a big thing of bacon and you cut it into chunks, and you just put it in a pot and let it become awesome.
Wait, pre-cooked bacon or uncooked bacon that you throw in
Uncooked
there?
bacon.
So it still has the fat.
Yeah. so
That's
you-
what you're saying. So the pasta gets cooked in with the fat?
Well, no, the pasta's
Oh.
being made. I mean, and yes. And then all you do is you just put cracked pepper and salt and a little bit of butter, and then you throw your pasta in,
Yeah.
and then you crack 2 raw eggs in it,
Oh
and you
my
stir it so the
gosh.
eggs
Yeah.
like get all like cool
Yeah.
eggy,
And then you have a heart attack.
and
Well,
then you have a
isn't
heart
that-
attack. But
isn't
I'm
that
gonna
what-
make that.
Isn't that what carbonara is?
That's got more milk or cream. There's no cream in this. So it looks like a sort of like oily olive oil pasta,
Yeah.
but it's got fucking bacon fat, bacon chunks, butter, and
Yes.
salt. Come on.
Ugh,
All right.
I miss pasta from Italy.
Oh, God. I've never had
know.
pasta from Italy.
What?
I've never been to Italy.
You
Don't
haven't
go
been
to
Italy.
fucking Naples.
You better believe you put so many things on my fuck not
Yeah.
list. It's
Go
not
to
even
Florence. Honestly, Florence is one of my
Florence?
favorite city I've
Yeah.
ever been to. Cities I've ever been
Florence
to.
is great, and I had a gypsy threaten to kill me in Rome. So
Yeah,
Florence.
Rome-
funny. Going to Rome.
Rome is very cool for like the history that you get to experience. But it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel as sketchy as Naples, but
Got
it
it.
does feel like it's
a big city.
It's a big city where people are aware that you're really only there to be a tourist. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of like
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
like Hollywood and Highland.
Yes, it's exactly.
Where you're just like, come on.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I'm a local. Fuck off, flower guy.
yeah, exactly.
I'm just trying to get to the place I'm trying to go, man.
But Florence feels very legit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to go to Venice too. The problem is that Heather's gone to like all these places because she
Yeah.
like toured the country when she was like 24 or whatever. Ended up
Toward the
living
country?
in
Of Italy.
Toured the country of
I thought you
The
meant like
country
world
of
for a
Italy.
second.
I
did
Like,
mean the world.
You meant the world, yeah.
because she ended up like living in Germany for a year,
Oh, wow.
and she went to Australia for like 3 months, and Thailand and India.
How does it feel to have a
blah, blah,
wife who's way cooler than you?
blah. Pretty normal. At least for me, it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
So, all right. So here, to get into the first story, we got a lot of
Okay.
people actually sent us this story.
Oh, okay.
But this is from Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Allison smuggling Kinder drugs
Yes.
from Europe.
Kinder drugs?
Yeah.
I brought a drug in?
Big fan of the show. I wish I had a clever name and cool as many other fans, but alas, I have the traditional biblical name, Rachel.
Oh.
Which, by the way, I like Rachel. It's a
Yeah.
great
That's
name.
great.
Now, I'm really glad Allison did not get stopped at customs
Right.
with her illegal Kinder eggs.
Yeah.
I'm not very sciencey in any regard, but thank you for your version of science to keep me somewhat in the loop.
There we go.
We have some science stuff to talk about.
Oh, great.
Love the show. Keep up the good work, Rachel. P.S. Allison and I live about an hour-ish from Tewksbury, Pennsylvania.
Tewksbury. What?
Tewksbury?
Wait, Tewksbury, Pennsylvania?
She's in Pennsylvania, but she's an hour-ish away from
yeah,
Tewksbury.
Yeah.
I think we should do a homecoming episode filled with Jersey accents and delicious deli non-subway hoagies.
Let's do
So
it.
Tewksbury is the town I grew up in, and it's very close to the Pennsylvania border.
That's
is she
awesome.
from New Hope? Maybe she's from New Hope.
I don't know.
New Hope is in Pennsylvania, about an hour from me.
All right, so her
From where I
story
grew up.
that she sent in, that
Yes.
a couple other people sent in.
Okay.
5-year-old boy finds meth in Kinder Surprise egg.
No.
Yes.
Oh my! We still
So a
have
young
we still have
boy-
one egg we didn't open.
We
right?
ate those. Those
oh, you
didn't-
ate them?
chocolate doesn't last
you
in
and,
my house.
You and Heather ate them.
I think Heather ate one, and then I was like, "Where'd you get that?" Oh fuck, we have another one, and I ate that.
what were
one.
the toys you got?
What was the meth you
I think
got?
we brought them in
Yeah.
here.
Oh, you did? No, these are all
no,
the
there are
toys
no
from
toys in
last
here,
time.
dude.
Oh wait, that's new.
No, that was mine.
This face guy.
Yeah, that guy was mine
There are
from
a lot
last
of
week.
toys in here.
I don't know. I don't know where. It's somewhere in here.
Okay. Anyway.
our meth got it.
So a young boy has found an unexpected surprise inside a Kinder egg:
Mm-hmm.
white powdered methamphetamine.
Wow.
Yeah, the boy, age 5, was playing with his 8-year-old brother in some area of Northern Ireland.
Okay.
So it's real
not
Kinder
illegal.
egg.
Yeah.
Real Kinder egg. When he opened the yellow
how
plastic
could it
shell.
be a fake Kinder egg?
No, but I mean, not like one of our things where it was like that Kinder Joy egg
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah,
Kinder
yeah.
Surprise where it was
Got
like
it.
half's an egg and
Right,
half's
right,
the
right.
toy. And when he opened the yellow plastic shell inside, which we now know that's a thing, the
Yeah.
like, minion thing, found a powder inside a baggie instead of a toy.
That's insane.
Like, first off, the steps that have to go through
Yeah, to make that
in
happen.
order for that meth to become like in a convenience store. Like,
Yeah.
not just how did it get in the little minion? How
Yeah.
did that minion get put inside of a thing?
The
How did
chocolate
that get
egg.
wrapped and sent out of the place?
Yeah.
And then how did that get to the point where some boy was like, a fucking Kinder egg? Is this meth?
Yeah.
I've got the best surprise.
Yeah.
Who recognized it as meth in the first place? Like he's like, hey, here's some white powder.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
he was
sure-
just like, my
Meth.
toy is a baggie of white powder, and his dad was like, give that over here, son.
Yeah.
And let me test that. Oh, that's meth.
My God, my parents would be like, I have no idea.
So anyway, so they can't say that they nobody knows what happened.
Wow.
But everybody was like, this is crazy. And everybody was like, we have no idea. And it was very good because that
And
kid
it was very good.
Well, no, it was really good that kid
kid-
went immediately to his dad and went, what is
Yeah.
this? Instead of I'm going
Snorting
to
it.
try this
Right.
bag of white powder that's
Yeah.
inside my chocolate
Well,
candy.
here's the I mean, you come to expect when you grow up having Kinder eggs, you come to expect these tiny little plastic toys.
Oh, I
There's
see.
nothing even remotely like a plastic baggie of anything that would be in
I see
there.
what
So
you're
I'm
saying.
sure the kid was like, I got fucking gypped.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's not like a Cracker Jack where it could be like all sorts of different stuff.
Right. No. It's always a little tiny plastic toy like that.
Gotcha.
So I'm sure this kid was like, I don't
But so that's
understand.
what everybody was saying was like, we're really glad they didn't get stopped at the border because there could have been meth
yeah, what if
in
there
the
was
Kinder
fucking
eggs.
meth in my Kinder egg?
I mean, think about trying to have that conversation. No. I didn't put this in this
No.
thing that's also illegal that I'm smuggling.
Right. But how could
Let's
I?
back over the
how
fact
could I
that-
have? How could I have unwrapped the foil on the egg without ripping it? Taken apart the two chocolate sides.
Yeah.
Put it inside the little thing, melted back together the two plastic sides, and then rewrapped the foil, and then restuck it in the giant plastic egg, and then retaped that egg shut.
You could do it.
I mean, you
It was
just
been done,
explained how you
apparently.
would do it.
I did.
Because I was like,
I did have-
I believe you could do this.
I did
You're a
have
very smart
11
lady.
hours on the plane to figure that out. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so a couple quick
Wow.
little stories here.
Okay.
First off, I love this story, right?
Yep.
In-ear language translator
Oh, wait.
may soon be here thanks to Waverly Labs. Did
This
you
is a
see
real
this?
thing?
This is a real
Oh my
thing.
God! I saw this story and thought it was a joke.
No. So this guy created, and the best part is that the guy said why he created this invention
Mm-hmm.
is because he met a French girl. Like he was
He's like, I need to know what you're saying.
yeah, he was like, we can talk, but it's like your broken English and my shitty
Right.
French. There has to be a better way.
Yeah.
So he created this earpiece that
Oh my gosh! Maybe,
translates
maybe
language
Augustino
on the fly.
and I could have been a thing.
Totally. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? But how close to fucking science fiction are we?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the universal translator from Star
Babblefish.
Trek.
Yeah.
And the Babblefish from, which is why I feel like they said something about the Babblefish, like it was actually
Oh yeah. Wait.
called
What was the Babblefish? What's that from?
Hitchhiker's
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Oh right. Oh,
Where it was
Douglas Adams.
actually a fish that you put in your ear,
Yeah.
right?
I still want that.
Well, this is that. This
I
is
want the
basically
fish in my
that.
ear. It's my
So,
fetish.
they're going to be available next year.
Wow.
$410.
Okay.
But here's the crazy thing. Like, just think about, like, you just went to Italy.
Yep, I did.
Yeah. Now, minus hot cop and all that experience.
Right.
To be able to just have that in your ear when
Yeah.
you go into a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that you can hear what they're saying, even if you can't respond to them in the
Right.
nice way. But if they were like, I don't understand. What does she want? White wine or red wine?
Right.
You could be like,
Oh my
red
gosh.
wine. This one. This one.
My
You know what
friend and I went to a restaurant.
This one. Now I don't know why it makes you an idiot once you put it in, but that's just part of it.
My friend and
We're
I
working on that.
Yeah,
My friend and I went to a restaurant and asked for water, and the woman was like, "Huh?" We're like, "Water, like drinking," and they were like making these drinking moments. She's like, "Oh," and then she said,
Red wine?
No, she said red or white or whatever it is in Italian, rossi or blanca, or I think.
Rossi or Blanco, yeah.
Yeah. And we were like, no, water. And I actually, like, my friend had to look up how to say water in Italian, and it's aqua, by the way. I don't know why.
It's taco, strangely enough.
Yeah, no, it's aqua, but which makes a lot of sense. But it was so bizarre that this waitress didn't know the word for water.
Interesting.
You know?
Doesn't
Yeah.
everybody understand American languages are universal?
Well,
But how
I
cool-
just
but-
feel like water is such a I
I
know
get
that
it,
the
yeah.
Spanish word for water is agua.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like you've heard it
Leche.
enough.
Yeah.
Leche is caramel. What are you talking about?
No,
Or
leche
sugar?
is milk.
Milk.
Oh.
Leche. Yeah.
Oh, dulce de leche. I was thinking dulce de leche. That's dulce
Yeah.
is the caramel part, right?
Right, yeah.
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 Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
So you need the thing
I
in
need.
your ear.
Oh my god! I totally need the thing.
I would so buy one of these just to have it for every trip. And if you watch the video, the lag time is not actually all that much. Because it starts
really?
to translate in your ear while they are still talking.
Right.
But it's like a 5 or 6 second delay.
Right.
But it's like, that's not that bad.
You'll get
No.
faster, obviously.
well,
Yeah.
that's
At
the
some
other
point,
thing is
so-
this is just the first, like, come on.
How many languages is it going to have?
I don't know.
All of
I'm-
them,
All of them?
even
don't
pig Latin.
Even pig Latin. That'd actually be nice. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is my sister saying? I'm guessing French, obviously, because the guy he fell in love with a French girl, and that's why he made it.
Fell in love with the French girl.
So I'm going to say 7.
Okay,
All right.
good.
That's a number I made up.
7 languages.
That's a number I made up.
Yeah, no.
So, whatever.
No, 7's really
All right, one more quick science story because I feel like these are the things that we got to get. We
Okay.
just got to get the
Yeah.
science shit
Yeah,
out.
let's get to science. We haven't had a lot of science on the show lately.
In search for cures,
Okay.
scientists create embryos
Oh.
that are both animal and human.
Oh God.
Yeah, they're doing this like today.
Oh my God.
They're called chimera embryos.
Yeah, chimeras. Yeah, that's what a
Yeah.
chimera is.
But that's what. But they're literally so like they're taking these embryos,
Okay.
human embryos, and splicing them with like pig embryos, and making human pig hybrids.
Do
Just
not,
at embryo stage.
oh my God.
Just at the embryonic stage, and this is why
I
people are
hope
like,
they never birth that thing.
right, and that they could because all they'd have
Yeah.
to do is implant that embryo into
a womb.
a womb of a fertile female pig because it's half pig.
Oh my gosh.
And so they don't know what would happen at that point. If it would be a pig with human intelligence or if it would be a hybrid.
I'm picturing like a human with like hooves or something
yeah.
like that.
Yes. All the things you're thinking could be what comes out of that
Oh no,
pig.
I don't know.
But so here's the other thing.
okay.
They're doing this because what they would like to do is to be able to like harvest livers and kidneys and hearts and things that you need
Right.
from a living donor, but that living donor is a pig. So it would be a pig with human kidneys. And then they'd be able to cultivate the human kidneys for
Wait.
transplant.
They're trying to actually grow a pig with human organs?
Yeah.
I don't feel like that makes it okay to take its organs.
I don't know if any. Well, first off, you just kill it and eat it as a pig, and then you're like, well, rather than throwing away the kidneys or eating them, let's give that to Bill who needs kidneys. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
Bill.
that's. They're like,
Why
God
does
damn
Bill
it, Bill!
always need kidneys?
I haven't had a good pig kidney in years because of this goddamn human pig kidneys.
My God.
But so, and they're also trying to figure out like certain animals are immune to certain diseases. So the whole concept is like, well, if we do make an embryo that's a hybrid between animals and that, can we then, or the animal that's immune to whatever and humans, can we then see how the human cells are affected by the animal's immunity to that thing, and maybe what part of the animal's immunity could we actually apply to a human embryo?
Oh my gosh.
Because I know like dogs are immune to AIDS. I know because I tried to give one once. I'm pretty sure like dogs.
Tom!
No, they say like dogs can't get like HIV or something like that.
Oh wow.
So-
Well,
I know there's probably
Yeah.
other species that
Yeah.
have things like that, like pigs don't get cancer. That's a thing. That's not a thing. That's not science. Everything gets cancer.
Yeah.
Except McDonald's French fries.
Fuck Cancer Island.
I'm telling you. When
By
I
the way-
get my moon base money and my fuck cancer, I'm gonna make fuck Cancer Island because cancer's
Right.
a dick.
Well, I found out that there's actually a charity called Fuck Cancer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
maybe
you
they'll
should-
want to sponsor my island.
I was going to say you should partner up.
Oh,
with
the other
Fuck
way,
Cancer
the other way.
charity
Yeah,
when you get Fuck Cancer Island.
done.
Yeah.
It'll just be a generic fuck cancer place.
Yeah.
For everybody to come.
Cancer
Fuck cancer.
FCI.
I hate
Fuck
that
Cancer
shit.
Institute.
I hate that shit. All right. Anyway, it's hot. What do we?
You can do one more.
Oh, can we?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I have whiskey brain right now.
Oh, that's great. It's like
whiskey,
a magic
is whiskey
carpet,
brain
man.
a thing? I just made it a thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Whiskey,
Yeah.
a lot of things. All right, this is a fun
Yeah.
one. Super easy.
All right.
Check out the optical illusions being used to get truck drivers to slow down in India.
Okay. I'm confused as to why you chose this story because no one can see what you're about to talk about.
Because you just in your mind's eye think India has started rather than making speed bumps,
Okay.
right? Because if you make speed bumps, A, you have to actually make the speed bump. B, it'll slow car
Everyone
traffic,
down.
everybody.
Okay.
And they're really targeting trucks because trucks, they're just like crazy because they're like, I get there so fast. Fuck it, I'm going.
Okay.
So India literally spray paints these optical illusions
On the street?
on the street. So as you're driving up, it looks like, oh my God, there's a speed bump. But there isn't a speed bump. It's just an optical illusion.
But how does that not affect the cars?
Because the cars don't have to go. First off, nobody has to slow down. You know what I mean?
What?
It's not a speed bump. It's an optical illusion.
Right. Okay.
Now, the thing that caught me in the brain was I was like,
Caught
yeah, but
you in the brain?
It caught me in the brain. Was I was like, well, once I know, like I'm driving around here and I'm like, oh, Third and Ocean, there's a speed bump, but it's an optical
Where
illusion.
the fuck is Third and Ocean?
It's a new
It's a place.
It's a place.
It's a place. I don't know if they actually.
Yeah,
mean-
you would just drive through it.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's that stupid one. But
Right.
now here's the best part.
Okay.
They should, and I don't think they're doing this, but they should
Make some of them real.
not only make some of them real,
Yeah.
alternate which ones are real and not.
No, exactly. That's
So,
what I'm
like,
saying. Make
change
some of them
one
fake.
that was not real,
Oh, that-
real, and then remove that, and then move it to
Okay,
another one.
that's a lot of effort. I just think some should be real and some should be not, and then people will not know what's happening, and they should slow down
They
at
could
all
just
of them.
find bad truck drivers.
It's India.
Like
People are
cops.
they just do it.
Don't they have cops there?
I don't know.
No, they do.
Have you seen traffic in India though? It's like there could be a traffic cop, and he's just like, "I'm getting out of the way, man. This is so crazy."
Yeah.
There's like cows.
Is there a picture? Could I
motorcycles.
see a picture?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say that they. Oh, that looks real. Yeah.
Like I would not want to drive over that
No.
at speed. I'd be like, that could be bad.
I thought it was going to be an optical illusion. Like you've seen those
Yep.
guys who do chalk drawings on the ground,
Oh,
but it
yeah,
makes it
yeah,
look
yeah,
like
yeah.
they're hanging off a ledge or
Yeah.
something like that. I thought it was going to be much more complex, something like that.
No, it's just
boxes.
it kind of looks like speed bumps.
Yeah,
And then they're like, "Please slow down, truck.
please, we're begging you.
Please just slow down.
We're just going to trick your brain.
Don't kill people.
Yeah,
Trucks.
trucks, stupid trucks.
Cool.
All right, should we
That
wrap
was
it up?
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everyone. If you like what you heard on today's podcast, please subscribe to us on iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you listen to podcasts. Rate us as well. That helps. Just
Highly please.
validate our existence. That would be awesome. You can also email us at halfhourhappyhourfans at
Correct.
gmail.com.
This is true.
Sorry, whiskey on the brain. Like I said, you can follow us on Twitter, halfhourhappyhr. Yeah, and that's it
Yeah.
for this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. This week has been brought to you by Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Why did Tom just point at me?
The man, the myth, the legend.
Alex gives me the attention.
No, it's because I
No.
usually say, and
It's not-
joining us.
He
as
should
past.
give you the attention. He just
In the
words
past
it wrong.
tense. Yeah.
He words
Yeah.
it perfectly.
All right, everybody. Stay safe out there.
Bye. Yes, that was a great sign off. Goodbye.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.